Video. Some of us love it. I feel like most of us hate it, and most of us don't do videos like this because we're scared, awkward, weird in front of the camera. And to be honest, I was like that when I first started off. But I practice and put a few things, what I'll talk about today, into practice to get better at talking in front of the camera like I am for you guys. So the first thing I'll say is your body language is key. Whether you're sitting or standing, I personally like to stand when I'm talking. I just feel more free and I can move my hands around more and I can move my feet. But your body language is vital to getting your message out there. Usually if we're scared or we're nervous, we kind of, hunch up a little bit, arch our back and try to act small. Don't do that. Try to act confident, look confident, chest out, just keep everything looking confident. It's gonna portray your message a lot better as if you were kind of hunched over looking small. The second thing is you should be practicing what you're talking about. Now these particular videos for me are kind of off the cuff. I don't edit these. These are just kind of a one take. Even though I might take 10 takes of this, the whole entire video is one take with no cuts, or if there is, maybe very minimal cuts. But I still have talking points that I talk about. So I write down some bullet points and then some kind of talking points beneath that. It helps me get my head straight, and that way I'm not just talking in front of the camera, just blindly doing things. Now sometimes, and this is kind of as you practice doing this, I'll just talk in front of the camera, get ideas out, and then maybe after 5 or 6 takes, I'll have an idea of the video. So that's kind of a next level thing you can do, but for now, I would definitely recommend having a list of talking points that you should be talking to. The third thing, and I don't always recommend doing it, but if you're beginning and you're starting off, you should have a script. Now you could have a script in front of you. I don't have a script, but if you're reading off a script, let's say it's kind of beneath the tripod here, you can clearly see that if I'm reading like I am right now, my eyes go right towards the bottom, which doesn't always look good because if viewer wants to connect with you, body language, again, the first point is important, eye contact is important. So if you are gonna talk to a script like this, I would recommend backing up more if you're gonna look at it a lot. So if I keep looking down at the script, which is not there, if there were one, you could talk like this and look down really quick to talk, and it's not as direct as if you are this close to the camera looking down at it. So again, eye contact is important, and if you are gonna read a script, make sure you back off the camera a little bit. The next thing, which is super obvious, in the last video I talked about this too, but you have to practice. It doesn't matter if it's with a camera like this or your cell phone, or you pull it out with Instagram and you do a little story. You just have to do it. You're gonna get more comfortable by doing it. It's gonna seem super awkward, especially if you are outside and there are people around. I'm not a big fan of doing that either for vlogs, but people do it. You just have to do it. It's gonna be awkward, it's gonna be weird. Get over it. People are gonna see your process. You'll see the process because you're gonna get better and better. You just have to do it. You have to practice it. You have to do it. You're gonna get better at it. So those are a few tips for you guys for how to get over your fear of doing video, because I really think that video is important. Again, I know I sound like a broken record and it's a salesman kind of thing, but you should be doing video no matter what you're doing. Get in front of the camera, get comfortable, shoot video, post it, and then just see how it goes from there. So remember how I literally just said in this video I don't make any cuts? Well, this is now a half an hour later, and I just thought of a continuing video for this segment that we just did. So in the next week or so, I'll make a continuing video to this that talks about how to properly set up this particular kind of talking head segment. It'll be based on people who don't have access to cameras like this, or lights, or tripods. It'll be a very basic tripod, a light, and then possibly a mic, and maybe even a small light like that. It'll be a super cheap setup, something that you can take in the office or your house or outside, wherever it is, but it'll give you more confidence to do videos like this, and maybe eventually you can upgrade to better gear. So next video is coming. No more cuts, I promise. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.